Okay, gang, at the request of one of my forum members, we are going to do a tractor lubrication or the drive mechanism lubrication on an MTD snowblower. The first thing we're going to start is we're going to take some white lithium grease, my preferred lubricant of choice, and as you can see the wheels are already off the snowblower. We are going to apply some lithium grease onto the axles. The reason for this is to make wheel removal more simplified if the machine ever needs to be pulled apart for service. If you don't do this, this could take you several hours and cost you a lot of headaches. Okay, we'll put the wheels back on when we're done. Okay, the next step we're going to do is we're going to use some oil, and this machine has brass bushings here and here behind this gear, and what I use is I put a little lightweight machine oil in there like this, squeeze it out, a couple of drops. Don't skimp on the lubrication, guys. These things really are subjected to a bad environment with a lot of rust. And you also do the other side, put a little oil, and behind the bell washer. We're doing this on both sides. Keeps things from rusting. Okay, this mechanism here is the shift mechanism. I've already put some white lithium grease here. You want to put a little bit of oil here where it goes through the frame. There's another spot down here where there's a fulcrum. Put a couple of drops there. Okay. Now you have the hex shaft. The hex shaft is what the friction wheel rides on, and this should be greased. So what we're going to do is we're just going to put a little bit on here. You don't want to get any grease on the friction wheel. Just a little bit. Take your finger, work it in a little bit, like that, on both sides. Then activate the shifter. As you can see, the wheel moving. Put a little bit on your finger. Do the same thing on all 6 sides. We'll move it back to the other side here. That looks pretty good. Now there's a bearing inside there. We're going to put a little oil. Hopefully none will get on the friction wheel. You also want to inspect the friction wheel to see if there's any cracks, scores, or anything else. This one looks perfect. It's nice and flat, and there's no marks on it. Okay, let's see. Well, we did the upper bearings. You also have bushings in here on the hex shaft. We'll put some oil on those. You can get the oil to come out. It's 26 degrees. It's not cooperating too well today. Again, don't skimp on the oil, but try to keep the friction wheel dry. Okay, the very last thing to do is there's a gear set here. We'll put some lithium on here also. Again, you can use, the best thing to do is follow your owner's manual, but again, I like my lithium grease because it flows better. Okay, you got another little pivot point here. We'll put just a little tiny bit in there. In fact, we're not even going to spray it. We'll just let a little bit work in there like that. Okay. And that's pretty much it, guys. For Arians and Toro, they have a chain mechanism to connect these 2 gears. Of course, you should put some oil on that. And that's basically it.